What's the big
back in the day when Robert Pattinson was doing some press with The Lighthouse, he said something where it was an interview with, I believe, Variety, and he said, you know what, can you retract that? Because he was talking about Joker and his Batman movie.
Robert Pattinson was.
Robert Pattinson. And so this rumor started that's like, oh, he was about to like reveal that Batman and Joker, this version of Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, were going to cross over. Todd Phillips finally came out at TIFF while Joker was premiering and said, listen, it's not true, and they're never going to cross over. That's not the version of this Joker that we're doing. So he basically put it to rest that Pattinson's Batman is not going to intersect with this version of Joker.
Yeah, I don't think anybody. I mean, I know we kind of speculated on it the other day and kind of said that maybe it could, but I think none of us ever had high hopes for it. It looks like a standalone, just separate movie, the same way that maybe like even Logan was a separate movie. Logan kind of tied in a little bit, but for the most part, it was a standalone movie. And I think this is the same thing.
I think there are different time periods as well.
Yeah, well, we don't know that yet.
Well, this Joker isn't set in the 80s.
Right, well, we don't know when Batman is set.
Right.
What wouldn't make sense is if we end up doing a Joker film, a Batman film, and then our Robert Pattinson ends up in the Justice League, because then time-wise, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So also based off of Robert Pattinson's age and Joaquin Phoenix's age, it wouldn't even make sense if the Batman movie did take place in the 80s.
Right.
So for so many reasons, it never really made sense.
It doesn't.
And also, I think it would be completely and entirely unnecessary. And also, don't forget, in that universe, we already do have a Joker, and it's Jared Leto.
Right. Well, I also think that.
But like it or not,
Has he signed on for more, Jared Leto?
I mean,
Jared Leto
he signed on from the beginning.
currently, there is a Jared Leto, Harley Quinn. So there's a Joker Harley Quinn project still in the works.
Okay.
But I don't know if we ever see that,
Right.
but it's still in the works. And I'm not saying Jared Leto is Robert Pattinson's Joker, but he is the Joker in the universe
Right.
of
This Justice League.
the Justice League. So if we're trying to bring Batman ever into the Justice League with Ben
If they
Affleck
are,
gone,
though, because
Into
you
the
look at-
Jokerverse.
But if they are, though, because if you look at what DC, I think that DC has picked up and are kicking ass right now. And the reason why is because they've treated these movies almost like, even the ones connected to the DCEU are
single.
like Aquaman. Yes, it ties in because that's where we first met him in those other movies. But it's his own story. It's his own thing. And Shazam, for sure. Yeah, they mentioned that Superman and Batman kind of live in this world, but they never mentioned Henry Cavill's or Ben Affleck. So it lives in this other bubble. And the same thing, even 1984 with Wonder Woman, seems like it's going to be like that also. And couple that with the Joker and these other movies, I think that they shouldn't worry about connecting a universe. I think they've had so much success doing it this particular way. Just keep making your movies. You don't need to do a connecting universe. Shared universe doesn't guarantee success. They've proven that they can have success without it, and I think they should continue to go this route.
Yeah.
That's my. I mean, yeah.
Joker's wild!
Yeah, Cody, what do you think about all this?
Yeah.
Is that me?
Joker's wild!
No, it's not you. It's from.
Roca.
Sounds like Roca.
It's from that's from Full Metal Jacket, isn't it?
Show me the fucking Joker.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Full Metal
Oh my
Jacket.
God,
Nice.
we both thought it was Roca.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
I'm surprised you didn't get
Vive
Yeah.
la fucking Frenchman!
that. Is that also from Full Metal Jacket, or is that Nicolas Cage?
They're all from Deadfall.
Oh.
Well, vive la fucking Frenchman!
oh, it's Nicolas
Yeah,
Cage.
that's Nicolas Cage. That's why I said, is that Face Off?
What's Deadfall?
The Joker's wild!
Is that the one with Chris Penn?
The Joker's wild!
Who's in that? Is it Chris Penn?
What's happening?
I'm trying to fill air here.
Yeah, but is it Chris
Deadfall.
Penn? No one knows.
Scroll.
No, it's Charlie
Scroll.
Sheen. It's
Alex
Charlie
is
Sheen.
flustered. He's trying.
All right, it's
Scroll.
fine. Cody, what do you think about the news
Scroll.
with the Joker?
I
not-
wasn't paying attention.
What were you? We weren't fucking around during that bit, were you?
No.
All right.
Christian, what I will say is that I'm okay because I'm just going to talk now. I guess. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
please, Roxy.
Yeah, I'm okay with us hitting these singles. I like that a lot. But I do think it is beneficial to start looking towards the future and what could possibly happen, because it is still very confusing what we are going to do after we can't pretend Justice League didn't happen.
Right.
Right.
It did happen. And so when we do see Wonder Woman in the future, and we know that she's in a universe where Flash exists, Aquaman exists, and there are major threats, and nobody else comes to help in any kind of way, which is why Wonder Woman's taking place in '84 because they don't want to deal with
Flash
that yet.
resets all of it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, at some point there will be a current day movie with one of them where it's like, where the fuck are the other ones?
Right.
Because unless it's not that big of a threat, because
Yeah.
if the world's on fire and Aquaman is trying to put it out and Wonder Woman doesn't show up,
Where is she?
where is she?
Remember, that was a big thing for the MCU for a while before they got everybody in the movies together. That was a big thing. Well, where's Iron Man? Where's Thor at this point? How come they haven't shown up? And they had to throw in a couple mentions during the movies, but that took a while before they could finally do that.
Yeah, so I'm not talking about the next year, 2 years, 3 years, but we do need to start thinking about our 5-year, 10-year plan and what that would look like, because what we can't
Sound
do.
like a high school advisor. We need to start thinking about our 5 and 10 year plan.
Well, we really do, because what we can do is we can do a standalone Joker movie and we can do a standalone Batman movie, but we can't have 6 Jokers and 6 Batmans on screen at the same time.
At the same time.
So that's why if we're gonna have a Batman in that universe, we have to figure out who that is and
Right.
what to do with that.
Interesting.